Money's on Glams, my £1 in the BBC sweepstakes, so we'll actually find out what our racing reporter Julian Armfield makes of that and some of the other prospects for the Derby, which begins at Epsom, just to the south of London, in about 20 minutes' time. Good afternoon, Julian.
Good afternoon, Russell.
How's the weather with you? It's
a beautiful sunny day, and the horses have just come into the paddock. There's a real buzz here at Epsom.
And how about the ground? Is it fairly soft? We've had quite a bit of rain in the London area over the last couple of weeks.
A lot of rain, but the wind has been blowing across the beautiful Epsom Downs for the past 36 to 48 hours, and it has dried out, and the ground is now officially described as good to soft in places. There should be no excuses for any of the horses today.
Now, whichever newspaper you pick up this morning, every single pundit seems to be going for a different horse almost. It's a wide-open race, this one, isn't it?
The most open derby that many of us can remember. There are only 16 runners, but you can give a chance to all of them, and I think that's added to the atmosphere here. Of course, the bookies love it because they'll go away with most of the money.
Dubai Millennium was the favourite last time I looked. Is that still the case?
Still the favourite, not being heavily backed. Nothing is, in fact. It's a wide-open market, but there are a lot of people who believe that Frankie Dettori will win his first derby this afternoon on this very classy colt, who's unbeaten, of course, and who won very, very well at Goodwood last time.
And this is all part of the Godolphin operation, isn't it?
It is, the hugely successful Godolphin operation, who, of course, won the 2,000 guineas with Island Sands. They do fancy this horse this afternoon. There are some who think he won't stay the trip, but I think he's the class act, and I think if a great horse is going to come out of this derby, and we all hope it does, of course, then it could be Dubai Millennium.
OK, how about Glams?
How about Glams?
Like that, is it?
He's got a chance. Ray Cochrane, who rides him, rode the winner, of course, in '88 on Kayazi, and the trainer had the winner with Benny the Dip in 1997. So they've both been there before. He's got a good each-way chance.
And Dave Farrar, who knows a great deal more about racing than I do, and it does pain me to say that, he's gone for Salford Express.
Yes, he's one who wouldn't be on my short list, I'm afraid. Having said that, if he was trained by one of the fashionable trainers and not by David Ellsworth of that great steeplechaser fame, Desert Orchid, of course, he would be a much shorter price than he is this afternoon. And he's got Pat Edry on board, which is a huge bonus. Pat's won the Derby 3 times. He knows which way round to go. And incidentally, I was just talking to the legendary Lester Piggott, who, of course, has won the Derby more times than any jockey in history, and he fancies Saffron Walden.
OK, well, thanks very much for the moment, Julian. Julian will be watching the race. We'll have commentary on it in about 20 minutes' time, and then he'll give us those thoughts afterwards. Let's go back to the cricket. Dave Farrar's racing knowledge has just been ridiculed around the world, but he can give us the latest on the South Africa-Pakistan World Cup match.
Well, good job I didn't see the short list, I suppose, but there you go. I'm still confident in around about 20 minutes' time. South Africa, more pertinently, 20 for 2 in the 7th over, in a bit of trouble chasing 221 to beat Pakistan. And all the talk was about Shoaib Akhtar, wasn't it? This young 23-year-old fast bowler from Rawalpindi before this game. Was he going to top the 100-mile-an-hour mark on the old speed gun, which has been introduced for the Super Sixes? He hasn't done that yet. 95's his top mark at the moment, but he has taken those 2 South African wickets. Herschel Gibbs caught in the gut.
Are going in for the Derby, and the quick call over comes from Lee McKenzie.
Dubai Millennium is favourite, 5-1 from 6-1. Then we have Lucido back down from 8-1 to 13-2. Oath is third favourite at 7-1. We have Beat All then on 15-2. Saffron Walden's been back down from 10-1 to 15-2.
They're off and running for the Derby, and in the early stages, going up on the inside, well, the locally trained All the Way is actually the first to show. All the Way, just about the leader, and they're spreading out across the course over on the far side in a very good position. Salford Express, then comes Daliapur close up third. Dubai Millennium, who was quoting in the paddock beforehand. Then on the outside is Oath, and there also behind the leading group is Val Royal for France. He's in a very good position. Housemaster comes next, and also Zajir. Glams is with Brancaster and Housemaster, and then a little gap before we come to Adair, who's towards the rear of the field. Also at the rear is Lucido, and Beat All, who's actually last at 1, disputing last place with Through the Rise. They go up the hill with a little under a mile to go. Now, with 8 furlongs up front, still on the inside, it's Housemaster that leads, and right up there with him is Lucido. Lucido just about the overall leader, and also all the way on the inside rail. He has the pole position from Salford Express and Dahlia-Pour, and then comes Val Royal in 4th place, just ahead of Oath, who's 5th. Then on the outside is Lucido. Behind Lucido towards the inside and in the middle division is Dubai Millennium, and then making up a bit of ground is Beat All. He's now in a very good position with Zajir tucked in on the rail as the locally trained all the way tries to live up to his name and makes all the running at the moment. Right behind him is Salford Express. Then on the outside, still in a good position, is Dahlia-Pour, and they're 5 furlongs out in the Derby, and they're beginning to come down Tattenham Hill now, and all the way leads from Salford Express, Val Royal and Dahlia-Pour, then Oath in a good position. Right behind them, Lucido, then Beat All. Just behind him is Zajir, and then Dubai Millennium and Compton Admiral, and then Housemaster, and then Saffron Walden as they turn into Tattenham Corner and into the straight. And the race is on, 3 furlongs out, and it's all the way from the local Epsom stable. On the outside, Dahlia-Pour is coming along to challenge. Oath is trying to get on terms on the outside, but it's Dahlia-Pour in the Aga Khan's colours that hits the front, challenged all the time by Oath. Dahlia-Pour and Oath have drawn clear of the field. Housemaster running on into 3rd place with Beat All coming late. Dahlia-Pour, and here comes Oath. Oath and Kieran Fallon to take Dahlia-Pour. They're into the last furlong, and it's a great race between Oath, who's going on to Dahlia-Pour. Housemaster is 3rd and Beat All 4th, and Oath wins the Derby. Dahlia-Pour is 2nd, afraid for 3rd between Housemaster and Beat All, and then come all the way and Glams. Saffron Walden, a disappointment. Dubai Millennium didn't stay. Towards the rear is Lucido, who only beat 1 home, and that was...
So Oath at 13-2, ridden by Kieran Fallon, is the winner of the 1999 Derby at Epsom. Julian Armfield was saying just, 20 minutes ago that it was the most open race for years, and that's the way it's proved to be. More thoughts and reflections on the Derby to come, but let's go straight back to Trent Bridge. Another vital breakthrough for Pakistan. Dave Farah.
Absolutely.